So he praised him until he came off his clothes. His wife was sitting in the window, looking at him. You don't look right. You know how they say certain things. Didn't the king do something today? In front of all the people. Didn't look very kingly. Didn't look very distinguished. Didn't act like you was the king of Israel. Out there jumping around with your clothes falling off. What's wrong with you? It don't take all that. You should have rode in on your horse. You should have been high. You should have been proud. You should have held your sword up so the people could know that King David had brought the presence of the Lord back into the city. You should have looked with your chest out so that they could see how strong you are. You should have held your head up high so that they can know how noble you are. You should have pranced into the city. The trumpets should have sounded. The armies should have been shouting your name. Instead, you're not on your horse. You ain't even got on your armor. You ain't even looking very proud. You don't even know what the people are doing. You too busy jumping, shouting, screaming about the Lord. And that just ain't right. David didn't argue with her about being the king. Because I am the king. What he said is, I ain't studying about kings. This is about the Lord who called me to be king. This is about the Lord who favored me over your father. This is about the Lord who gave me victory in the battle. This is about the Lord who have preserved me down through the years. And this is about the Lord who has come back into my presence again and allowed me to be in his presence one more time. And so because I'm in his presence, it doesn't matter who I am. It doesn't matter right now what my position is. I don't care about my title. We're not on title right now. If there's only one title that we're concerned about, and that's King of Kings and Lord of Lords. Right now, we're in the presence of the greatest King. Right now, we're in the presence of the Lord of Lords. And if anybody deserves praise, if anybody deserves glory, if anybody deserves honor, it's all unto him who brought his people out of bondage, who brought us through the wilderness, who kept us in the midst of the storm, who fed us in the desert, who kept us at the hand of Pharaoh. I need you to know who we here to praise tonight. It's not about King David. It's about King Jesus. It's not about King Damon. It's about King Jesus. And when I get enough praise, when I get up to the point that I don't care about me, I don't care about my prayer list, I don't care about what's going on, I don't care about what's happening at home, I just want to praise Jesus. I don't care about how I feel. I don't care about what I'm going through. I don't care about whether or not my feet hurt. I'm dressed right. My bills are paid. What I rode in, how I'm getting home. All I care about is right now, you are worthy to be praised. That's when I begin to experience the glory. He won't even let me into his presence like that until I break myself. When I break myself, when I give myself up, when I turn all of my cares over, when I surrender all, when I open up my heart, when I say, God, for God I live and for God I die, when I say the Lord giveth and the Lord taketh away, when I say to the mighty God, the one only God, the true God, above heaven and earth, above every other God, above all mankind, creator of all things. See, when you get into a place like that, you begin to minister to God. And when you minister to God, he manifests himself in the midst of that thing. You begin to cripple cripple the thing that's holding him back, because you begin to break through into his presence. He's been there the whole time, but you couldn't find him behind your flesh. You couldn't find him behind your own will. You couldn't find him behind your own concerns. But now you've broken past that, and you say, God, I just need you. I want to provoke you today. I want to provoke you today to pursue him. We say hasten to his throne. But when you get to the point that you realize that he's really what you need, not what he has, not what he can do, not where he can take you, but just him. If I just get you, I'm happy with you alone. I'm happy with you if I can just get him again. And see, if you can remember, I heard the brother, I wish he hadn't left, but I heard the brother in that song. It messed me up when he said, I'm going to go back and pray like I used to pray. I'm going to go back and seek you again like I used to seek you. I'm going to go back and be in your presence like I said I would never leave. And when I go back there, then I can find everything that I've been missing. See, I wanted to take all of the stuff, and I wanted to take it with me. But I can't take the stuff with me. I got to go back to the stuff. I got to go back into his presence and say, God, if you don't move, I ain't going to move. God, if you don't go, I won't go. God, if you don't preach, I won't preach. God, if you don't speak, I won't speak. If you don't sing, I won't sing. If you don't breathe through me, I won't even be alive. In you I live. In you I move. In you I have my being. I refuse to go anywhere without you. I need you more than anything. More than anything. So I want to encourage you. I want to provoke you. I want to provoke you not to be hungry for what you're going through. I understand that you're going through some things. I ain't even asking. I know you are. I know it's tough. I know it's hard. I know we're dealing with some stuff. And if you ain't, you was. That's right. I know it's hard. But I'm telling you, it's not hard if you let him do it. Really, if you think about it, he's already done it so many times before. If you just look at his track record, he's always been faithful. I was thinking the other day, and I tried to think, and I said, God, I just want to think of one time you let me down. I just couldn't think of one. Not one. Not one thing that I really needed you to come through and you didn't. Not one. Just to have him for your glory. I'll do anything. Just to see you. Just to behold you. For your glory. One more time. Just to be there. One more time. I think of Jesus in the Garden of Gethsemane when he was struggling with his flesh because he didn't want to do what God had called him to do because there was a cost of sacrifice in him. And he said, but nevertheless, I understand. I understand that I don't want to do this, but nevertheless, it's not my will, but it's your will that will be done, because I could satisfy my flesh for a moment, but then I would be without you for an eternity. And it's more important to me that I have you, I'll do anything. I'll do anything just to have you, just to see you, just to be with you again. It's going to hurt me tonight, but it's worth it for eternity. It's going to be hard right now, but it's worth it to have you forever, just for your glory. Just once again, I got to get back. I got to be where you are. I got to be where you are. So what will it cost me? And am I willing to pursue it? Am I willing to pursue it? See, I'm not waiting for a blessing, but I'm willing to pursue a blessing. I'm not waiting for God to do something. I just want to find him. I know he's there, but I need to be able to perceive his presence. See, if I know I can perceive his presence as it's described in the Christian tradition, then the manifestation of his presence takes care of I guarantee there is no healing that God can't do. There's no sickness. There's no sickness that he doesn't know the cure to. None. If it gets too bad, he just make you over. He took the potter had the clay, and he found out it was marred in his hand. He didn't try to fix it. He just made it another thing. God can take your brokenness, Brenda, and make you something you didn't even know you could be. See, some people have seen your brokenness, and what we've spent a lot of time trying to do is fix what was broken. Amen. We keep trying to go back and say, God, look at what's wrong with me. Look at what's wrong with me. Look at what I did wrong. Look at how many times I did. Look at this. Look at this. God is like, I've been seeing it. I already knew it. I made it. Then he said, now that thing that I made, he said, everybody else doesn't understand how I'm using the broken pieces in your life to fix stuff that nobody else has ever. You didn't even know that when you was going through it, you was going through it so he could use it. It feels like I'm broken, but really I'm being prepared. It seems like I'm going through, and really God is getting me there. I don't know what tomorrow is bringing, but he's already in tomorrow. And he's established tomorrow for my good. And so he's so wise, and he's so thoughtful, and he's so concerned about the details of my life that he made sure that everything that needed to be done was done before I got to tomorrow. So that when I got to tomorrow, I was ready to do everything that tomorrow needed to have done. That's why he say, take no thought for tomorrow. For tomorrow will take care of the things of itself. But this is what you need to do. You need to seek first. Isn't it amazing? All of it is pointing us right back to him. Don't worry about tomorrow. Don't worry about food. Don't worry about clothes. Don't worry about where you're going to live. Just seek me. Oh, I promise if you can get where I'm at. Jesus said it like this. He said, just so y'all don't get confused, foxes have holes. Birds have nests. But the Son of Man don't have no place. But even though the Son of Man don't have no place, he ain't worried. The Son of Man never said he was hungry. God is taking care of it. Just get back into the book. Some of us are in ministry, and our ministries have become bigger than God. Amen. We spend more time thinking about our ministries than we do thinking about the God that we're ministering for. We're trying to figure out how you're going to pay the rent. We're trying to figure out how you're going to fix the walls. We're trying to figure out how we're going to get a new musician. We're trying to figure out how we're going to take care of these people over here that's acting up. We're trying to figure out how we're going to turn this situation around. We're trying to figure out how we're going to grow the thing again. And really what we need to do is go right back and find him. Because there was a time and there was a place where we said, God, if I got to praise you all by myself, if don't nobody come to service, I'm going to praise you. If ain't nobody else there, I'm going to pray. If ain't nobody else to hear it, I'm going to preach to the pews until the pews get happy. There was a place, and in that place we felt his presence. We knew he was there. We depended totally on him. But somewhere along the line, we got off on a tangent and on the side road where we started worrying about stuff that had nothing to do with him. Now we got to go back and pursue him. We need him again. We need him in our home. Say amen. I said we need him in our home. I said we need him in our home. Well, he's there. So what's missing? He's already there. Y'all used a big word, omnipresent. He's already present. So what's missing? Why isn't it manifested? Why isn't he manifested in my son? Why isn't he manifested in my daughter? Why Why isn't he manifested in my wife, my husband? Why isn't he manifested in my neighbors? Something is not wrong with him. We got to go back. We got to go back. We got to get focused again. We got to get back to worried about him. God, are you here? Are you here? If I'm not going to move, I'll wait on the Lord. I just need you. I just need you. As long as you're here. Doesn't matter what my program is. It doesn't matter what my agenda is. It doesn't matter what I said I needed to do. It doesn't matter what my term paper says. But are you here? I need to feel you. I need to see you.